What's up, Flakes? Hello, Jinx. All right, I'm gonna take a bite of these things, and then I'm gonna start recording for the Ninja account. I'm gonna do 2 different videos. Congrats on the Rector draft. Okay. I wanted to take one bite of those just to give me something in my belly before I start recording. All right, so here's what's gonna happen, guys. I am gonna be recording for the Ninja Block. That I recorded an episode yesterday. If you were there and you watched it live, I didn't release it because wasn't very good. I spent a whole lot of time talking about something that I was completely wrong about, and so I was like, I'm not gonna release this. No, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna re-record that, and we're gonna pull shards in that same video. So I'm gonna start recording that because I do have to do probably about maybe a 10 to 15 minute intro before I start pulling shards. That's gonna give people time to show up, and I would rather get it started now than wait until everyone shows up and make them wait 15 to 20 minutes to watch me pull shards. So I do have this. Nope, that's not the command. Is it recording? Yeah. So if anybody comes in with any questions, just do me a favor and let them know I'm recording. But I am going to go ahead and get started on that recording. Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. We are back on the Ninja Block account. I'm kind of re-recording an episode that I recorded and didn't release, but I recorded that on stream, and I was just kind of all over the place and didn't really like the way that the final product ended up, and chose not to release it. But mostly, I'm going to re-talk about everything that was talked about in that episode anyways, but I kind of wanted to give a little bit of backstory if you're like, wondering if you watched it live and wondering where that video was or any of those things, or wondering why a video didn't come out yesterday. But let's talk about Thor. So I think Thor is very good. I think my account is in a good enough position to go after Thor, except for the fact that things are not very intuitive for the Ninja account. So what do I mean by that? Well, if we take a look at the fusion breakdown, we're starting off with a champion chase. Now, it's pretty normal that a champion chase will coincide with a 2x event, right? If you are new to Raid and haven't kind of figured this out yet, 2x events are usually, with exceptions, every other weekend. You'll have a 2x event, and they go in the order of Sacreds, Voids, Ancients, Sacred, Voids, Ancients. Things have been thrown in now with Primal Shards that change it up. We had a random Void one in the middle of the week, right? So there's a lot of things that have changed and manipulated the way that this stuff usually works. But summon rushes usually go with like a progressive chance or something like that, and champion chases usually go with a 2x. Now I say usually because this is Raid Shadow Legends. They can change this up at any time. They can do like we just talked about, random void events in the middle of the week. That's a 2x. You know, they've done crazy stuff. Also during holidays and big events like that, they'll do like a back-to-back sacred, sacred ancient void or whatever. But in the terms of this fusion, we're starting with the champion chase. Now this puts free-to-play accounts at a slight disadvantage because champion chase tournaments, you generate points based not on the type of shard that you pull, but on the type of champion that you receive. Now, this is usually in your favor during Void and Ancient shard pulls because your chances to get epics are higher, and that's kind of where the points are because you can generate a lot of epics. The downside to it occurring in a Sacred Shard week is that you're guaranteed to get an epic, and with that guarantee also comes less points, which kind of sounds weird, but I guess sacreds are a good way to look at it is sacreds are so much more valuable to your account. To use it only to get 250 points in a champion chase feels less satisfying. It feels like it's, holding you back, right? But when you get really good epic rates in an ancient shard pull and you manage to get good points for your champion chase, well, that's really good, right? You feel good about that. So anyways, that's just my opinion and kind of how I feel on it. So I'm guaranteed, because I have 5 sacreds ready to pull on the account, I'm guaranteed to get, what's that, 1,250? Now that is just shy of what I need to get the epic fragments, but there's a twist here. Well, before I get into that, let's also talk about why it's better in these types of events to have the champion chase at the end. Because champion chase points are based on the type of champion that you get, that means all these epics right here, minimize this real quick, all these epics right here, that means you can fuse those and get points in champion chase. So it's a little frustrating because as a free-to-play player, I could have saved all my sacreds until the champion chase. Or no, I could have used my sacreds in a summon rush where I would have gotten 500 points per each of them, and then go to the champion chase and do stuff, if it was at the end, fusing at least 3 of these, preferably, and then perhaps doing some other ways of getting points, right? Because there are other fusions that exist in the game. So maybe doing some Broadmaw fusions or even some Razin fusions if you happen to have the right rares for it. You could fuse Relic Keeper as many times as you want, collecting a bunch of these farmable rares and fusing Justiciars, right? Maybe you happen to have the makings to fuse some of the epics for Mikage even, right? So you can manipulate that. You don't have to pull shards to get the points for that specific thing. And then, of course, you have whatever's left over. So I personally like to use my sacred shards during a summon rush and whatever the targeted shard is during the 2x event of a champion chase. But because they're doing the champion chase at the beginning, it has thrown off my plans a little bit. And I feel like it has made this particular event not I'm going to say impossible. I'm going to say impossible. For me to generate enough points summoning right now means that I need to have sacred shards for the summon rush at the end. And I'm just not going to have them. But there's a bit of a twist here. So we have this this second summon rush or third summoning event in this whole thing. So basically what I'm getting at, you could potentially just ignore the champion chase and ignore this summon rush and just do this one. It's worth 50 points. These are each worth 25. Now, I have a theory about this. I have zero way of knowing. I have absolutely no way of knowing, but it would be interesting if this aligned with a Freya Deck of Fates, which we know is coming. It's highly unlikely. I've heard people say that they don't think it's going to happen. I've heard people say they do think it's going to happen. On my main account, I am going to save all my sacreds. I am going all in on this summon rush on my main account. Mostly because what I'm afraid of is that they may jack up the points on the summon rush. If they jack up the points on the summon rush and I don't have enough on my free-to-play or the Ninja account if I went that route, which I'm not going to go that route, spoiler alert. But on the free-to-play, if I don't have enough shards for this bonus summon rush at the end, I'm just screwed. Because it's not a, oh, I don't like to spend money on the game. It's a hard, I won't spend money on the game because it's a challenge and I'm doing it for YouTube content, right? So it's not like I can, oh, well, I'm only one shard away. Okay, credit card, cha-ching, right? I can't do that on my free-to-play. So I always have to be mindful of that. Now, for most of you that are playing free-to-play, you don't, maybe you don't have the money or you don't think this is worth the money to spend on it, which could be the same reasoning behind it. So if you were locked into not spending money, this is a big risk, in my opinion, because you could get all the way to the end of this event, do every single thing except the summoning things, and not have the resources to complete this summon rush, which would be unfortunate, because then you've I don't think you really wasted that, given High Mother Mod and things like that, but still, it could be a bit of a waste. So, on the Ninja account, I am going to pull all of my sacreds today. And I'd like to talk about that a little bit. So why on the Ninja account am I willing to spend all my shards right now? It's a 2x event. This is the best chance I have to get legendaries for the Ninja account. It is better for me to pull during a 2x here. Okay, I don't want to say it's better for me. It's not better for me. It's safer for me to pull during a 2x here than it is to pull during a summon rush at the end of it and not have enough shards to complete said summon rush and therefore not get Thor, and then end up also either saving my sacreds at that point or pulling them for less points and less chances of getting a legendary, right? So the big thing for me is that if the champion chase was at the end, I would go for this. I'd pull my sacreds today or this weekend during a summon rush, get the points for that, and then hope that I can generate enough resources and fuse the epics at the end to get reasonable points in a champion chase. But that's just not the world that we live in. So on the Ninja account, I am not going for the fusion, but I do think my account could do it. I really do. And just to kind of support that a little bit, I've been running Spider all day today. Passive energy gain, we talk about that a lot. You can see how close I am already to the points I need for the fragments. Now, Dungeon Divers is where they get you, and I'm quite a ways away from Dungeon Divers. And you may be asking, why are you doing this? If you're not going for the fusion. It's a tournament, right? I'm getting extra resources from doing that dungeon. I'm gonna do dungeons during tournaments, right? If I'm spending my passive energy while I'm using multi battles or whatever, I would rather use it on a place that gets me extra resources from a tournament and such. So, um, it's just, that's just what it is, right? Just trying to double dip. But this Dungeon Divers is going to be really, really hard. You're talking like probably 4,000 energy right here, and I'm not getting good rates because I'm doing dungeons far lower than level 20. So, it would be very, very difficult for me to pull off that Dungeon Divers anyways, let alone talking about all the shard pulling and everything within the event. My big thing is just the fear of the unknown. Do I think I could do, because by the way, I said like all these different ways to generate points. I don't currently have any of those ways to generate points, right? I can fuse one Relic Keeper right now, but I'd have to level all of these to 4-star and level 40 to do so. And then I can't do any of these fusions. I can't do Broadmaw. I can't do any of these fusions. Like, I don't really have what I would need. Now, perhaps if I was to grind out Champion Training, Dungeon Divers, Artifact Enhancement. Well, actually, let me look at the calendar. It'll be easier to calculate this. So I could perhaps do, with Sunday being the cutoff, if I do all of Dragon on Sunday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, because this is on Monday. So really, I could only get one of the fusions on Sunday before it expires. So one of the Diana Gloom Piercers, which then even that's not that doable. And by the way, I'm counting, well, let's ignore the Champion Chase ones and then just, say one of these instead. It's still just one that I can complete. So I don't think that's going to be enough points, even if I pulled all my Ancients and maybe got lucky on some. It's harder to do and it's riskier. So we're just going to take the easier route. We're going to take the safer play and skip Thor, as good as he is and as badly as I want him on the Ninja account. We're going to go ahead and skip it. The benefit for you guys, and you get to see me pull some shards, because we are going to pull my 5 Sacreds. We're going to pull them right now. I am live streaming right now as well. We are going to pull those 5 Sacreds and hope that we might get something good from them, right? But I'm always going to pull during 2Xs if I can on my free-to-plays. And my main free-to-play account will be discussed in another video where I will also be pulling shards on that main free-to-play. And I'm going to talk about my mindset, why I'm not waiting until the summon rush on that account, but I am on the main account. I've kind of touched on that a little bit, but there's a little more to it. Anyways, the last thing I wanted to do was talk about the new chick before I go ahead and pull these shards. And I'm sorry to make you guys wait to see that, but honestly, I don't have as many people in my chat right now, and I don't want to deprive. People always come in late and are like, oh no, I didn't get to see the shard pull. So I'm going to try and stretch this out a little bit further. I am sorry, but to be fair, I did talk about her in that other episode, and I want to talk about her now. So on the A1, we have a decreased defense on the A1. That's a 2x hitter with a 25% chance, booked up to 30. On the A2, we have a 3-turn cooldown when booked, where she teams up with 2 random allies to attack a single enemy, and they use their default skills, typical ally attack ability. If they're under decreased defense, though, all 3 of these attacks will ignore 20% of the target's defense. That's actually very unique and very good. Then we have the A3, which is also on a 3-turn cooldown. Attacks all enemies, but before attacking, she places increased crit rate and crit damage on herself for 2 turns. If the attack kills an enemy, places a veil on all allies for 1 turn. And then lastly, this champion will ignore shield and strengthen buffs when attacking under an increased attack veil or perfect veil. I like this kit, and I think this is going to be a very interesting champion. I don't necessarily think that she's going to be really good for, like, Clan Boss, which is my main focus right now, but she could be a pretty decent epic nuker, maybe for Arena or even Wave content, something of the sort. So I like her. I like her kit. I'm definitely going to fuse one of these. Which events I do is to be determined. Obviously, I've already got 25 of her fragments, so I only need to do 3 more events. Probably the dungeon tournaments because I'm gonna want to, like I said, I like to double dip. So I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on that, but let's go ahead and get into the fun part. Let's go ahead and pull my sacred shards. Now, you may not agree with my reasoning behind all of this, but it's my reasoning, and it's what I decided to do and how I wanted to approach the account. So we have 5 sacreds here. We've got enough room. We are going to go ahead and pull these, and let's see what we get. I don't have any mercy. These are the first sacred shards that I'm pulling on the account. Without any further ado, here we go. Okay, Cormac. I'm not that familiar. Decrease speed on the A1. Single target, decrease defense, increase accuracy and crit rate. Don't know that that really helps me out too much. Another epic. Yeah, I already know Burgoth. I'm not a fan of Burgoth. So that is part of the Razin fusion. So getting Lich isn't terrible. I don't like the kit, especially, but it does get me closer to Razin if I want to fuse Razin, which I kind of don't want to do. Just a little kind of like in what we were talking about. If you don't fuse Razin, then you can fuse these epics more often, right? All right. 2 more to go. I'd really like to get something better. There we go. What did we get? I thought that was Newt for a second, but Herndig is awesome, and I'm super excited about getting Herndig. I did think it was Newt for a split second, and I was just like, you guys are going to destroy me in the comments. So, hey, we got a legendary. I am so excited about this. But, so, I got Herndig on the main free-to-play and never built him. This one will probably get built. Again, another magic champion, though. Dude, come on. Okay, let's talk about the kit. Attacks 1 enemy, grants an extra turn, and decreases the cooldown of Stasis Strike. This is Stasis Strike. Then we have attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of, so 100% chance when booked, of decreased defense and decreased accuracy on an AoE. So now we have a better decreased defense champion than Tyrell, a better AoE decreased defense champion, which I like quite a bit. Then here we have a 4-turn cooldown when booked, attacks 1 enemy, fully depletes the target's turn meter. This is going to be really good for Fire Knight and Spider. Then we'll also attack all enemies when ascended. If the first attack is critical, this AoE attack has 75% of placing Weaken for 2 turns, 100% when booked. We'll also place HP burn debuff for 2 turns after the attack on enemies whose turn meters are below 30%. So that's like a conditional HP burn that I'm not a big fan of, but still, we're also getting Weaken here, right? So we're going to get AoE decreased defense and AoE Weaken when ascended, and then fills this champion's turn meter by 10% every time they are hit, occurs once per hit. Also fills this champion's turn meter by 20% whenever an ally dies. I think Herndig is going to be really good for our account. Again, I'm very magic heavy between Herndig and Hefrak. I'm also very heavy in the H's, apparently. But we still have 1 more shard to pull, so let's go ahead and pull this. Let's see a good epic here. Mordecai! Yes. Okay. Mordecai is awesome and a big pull on this account. This is really going to help me with Spider. So, and Hydra and so many other parts of the game. What I love about Mordecai, he has a 100% chance of placing an HP burn. So no hit affiliated with this. Doesn't matter if they're under Poison Cloud for Hydra or anything like that. And then what's going to be really good is this is really good on Spider as well. Then we have full AoE decreasing turn meter, also turn meter fill for the allies, and we even have decreasing turn meter by 10%. It has an increased percent chance if they're under a burn, right? So it becomes a 75% chance to do a 10% turn meter A1. on Spider or anyone else that's under a burn. Yeah, I think this is, again, really, really good for me. AoE burn is something that I need. It can, I don't know that I'm going to say it pairs very well or anything of the sort with Ninja per se, but having that consistent burn is going to be really, really handy. And so then we get all the energy and the extra resources here. Okay, I don't know what I clicked, but I don't know why it took me back to that. That was a weird interaction. But really solid pulls. That's what it was the go button. Okay, really, really good pulls. Now, we're at 1511, and I could get these fragments. I can just pull 40 more mystery shards to get these fragments, so it's fine. Again, I'm not going to go for all of the fragments. I do not have the shards now to complete a summon rush at the end of the event, and I have no way of getting more sacred shards other than campaign, and that didn't go very well. Spoiler alert. I made it to, on Nightmare, made it to about here. I don't have the gear to get further as of yet, but Herndig may be a very viable option there to get me a little bit further as he gets built up. So yeah, good pulls, really good pulls. That's really good. Getting a legendary is a big deal there. If I didn't get a legendary and I didn't get any decent epics, that definitely could have felt very painful rather than trying to go for Thor, right? But overall, I am happy. I finally get to build this Herndig. I don't think there's anybody I'm going to wait to see. I think Herndig gets built this time. It's not like I'm going to pull Newt or any of the crazy good legendaries I pulled on the other free-to-play. So we're definitely going to get Newt built. We're going to get Herndig built, but really, really good pulls. So anyways, I'm going to end the video here. A little bit longer than I would have wanted it. I do apologize for that, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support that you give me. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed my content, please consider subscribing. I'm going to keep the outro short and just end it here. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. What's up, Squibble? What's up, Revolver? Man, nobody was in chat tonight to see, like, the luck continues for me and my accounts. The third sacred I pull on the account, sorry, fourth sacred I pull in the account is a Herndig. That's not bad at all. It looked, I thought it was Newt, and I was gonna geek out. Oh, I'm on top chat. All right. All right. Well, you guys are being real quiet in chat. I'm about to pull more shards. I'm not done. I don't know where everyone's going, but we are going to get started on the next shard pull. So I'm going to start recording here. I know you guys are here. I didn't mean it like that. I saw I had like 23 viewers. It went down to 17 because I think people thought I wasn't pulling anymore, but I am still pulling. So we're going to go ahead and pull the however many I need to complete the tournament. But I do have to explain a little bit about why I'm pulling and kind of just the safe play. The Ninja account got Herndig. We are very magic heavy on that account. Thank you, Flakes. Okay. Well, damn. I guess Sacred Shard pulls are not the big ticket draw I thought, because everybody just dumped out. Not everybody. Obviously, some of you guys are still here. Maybe I didn't advertise it that well. Yeah. Either way, we got to get started. I'm going to start recording. Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. We are about to pull some shards on the original free-to-play account here, and I kind of wanted to explain a little bit about why I'm pulling shards today, and kind of the event going on and how they're changing the way that they're going about it. So here we have the schedule, and we have this summon rush at the end. Now on my main account, I'm saving my shards for the summon rush. The reason I'm not doing it on the free to play is I'm just trying to be safe. So what I'm afraid of, and I apologize if there's any background noise, guys. What I'm afraid of is if I skip the champion chase and I skip this summon rush and I go all in on this summon rush, I'm afraid that I may not have enough shards, because they could make the points whatever they want. They don't have to play nice and make them what a normal summon rush is, right? So I'm just playing it safe to make sure I get the fusion. Thor is more important to me than anything else. Now, I have a theory that Freya might be involved in that summon rush somehow, some way, but I have no way of knowing that. So I don't want to gamble and risk anything. And I talked about this in another video, but on the free-to-play, if I fall short shard-wise, I can't make that up. On the main account, if I fall short, I have a credit card, right? On the free-to-play, that's not an option. And it's not, it's a mental, it's a rule. If I wasn't, if this was just like a second account or something, it's like, okay, well, maybe. But, this is for YouTube. This is for you guys. This is to prove that it can be done. All of the above, right? So I don't want to gamble. I'm going to do the safe play and just go for Thor in a traditional manner, rather than, what if right now I have 13 shards? What if the second 25 is probably be two 25-point things is 20 sacreds? Would that be the case? No. But what if it was? I don't have that many sacreds. Granted, I could pull other shards to make up for it, but I'm kind of low on those shards too, right? I only have one primal, one void, and 39 ancients. Not exactly breaking the bank here, even if it is 2 weeks away. So I'm just going to play it safe. Just wanted to explain my thought process. But if you've got shards stockpiled, I think it would be very beneficial because something could go really cool with this. And just imagine if you could do this summon rush to get points for Thor while also doing potentially, I'm not saying it will be, but a deck of fates for Freya at the same time. That would be very generous of Plarium, and I don't think they're going to do that for sure. But I could also see them doing it. That's why I'm gambling on the main account, but not gambling on the free-to-play. So I hope that explanation does it. I'm not going to waste any of your time. I'm going to go ahead and pull some shards. So here we go. We're going to pull however many we need to get the fragments from the event. Now, I believe it's 1550 for the champion chase, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1550. So hopefully we get a legendary in here. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of sacred shards, and I'm not thrilled about that. But either way, I don't have as much room as I would like. So let's upgrade the level of somebody. Not with a Paragon. I don't have a lot. There we go. Cool. Alrighty. That made enough room that I feel comfortable to go ahead and start pulling. Here we go. Let's hope for something nice, right? Enda Moonbeam is what we're really looking for. So, Negorio. I'm just going to pull probably 5. And then we'll see where our score is at. Unless I get a legendary, because then that changes things. Hey, I got a +2 Geo now. Romero. So this would be number 5. I just want to check where we are points-wise. Mercy's pretty high right now, too. It should be. Anyways. And how many points? Okay. Wait, am I crazy? I'm already at... Yeah, I'm already at it. Oh, no. 1550. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry. I'm sitting here looking at this one. Just like a dum-dum. All right, here we go. What did we get? What did we get? Ignatius? I already have an Ignatius on this account. Oh, man. I mean, it's not the worst thing, because now I do get 10% more HP for my Ignatius, I guess. That's... not great. That one hurts a little. On the plus side, I can stop pulling Sacreds now. Because I'm going to be within... Yeah, within 50 points. So I can knock those out another way. Do I want to pull... It would not benefit me at all to pull another Sacred to get the points. I thought about maybe pulling another Sacred because it's another chance at Enda Moonbeam, but I can just pull 50 mystery shards and do it. So let's play smarter, not harder, right? As much as I want Enda Moonbeam, Thor is better, and as soon as I end the video, I am going to go ahead and pull those mystery shards so I do not forget, and I get the fragments. But I did get a legendary. I can't be upset at that. That's my first... Is it my first duplicate? I think it's my first duplicate on here. Yeah, first duplicate on the free-to-play. Yeah, I just can't see a reason to pull another Sacred other than the chance that maybe I get End of Moonbeam. And I just don't think that the odds there are that great. Obviously, like there's a lot of epics in the game who says that this one's going to be End of Moonbeam. Um, Actually, forget it. Let's just pull one more. We're gonna pull one more, and look. It's not the right call, and I'm not even doing it for End of Moonbeam. We're under 2x. I'd rather pull this one here under 2x. It's fine. All right. It is what it is. But I pulled it during the 2x, so you can't be mad at me because that's when I'm supposed to pull. If it was up to me, I'd pull all of these during the 2x, but it's, a fusion. So I got to be smart. Cool. All right. Well, I am not going to waste any more of your time. We're going to call that a video. Not too bad. I mean, we did get a legendary, right? So it could have been worse. Good points, too. I kind of pulled the amount that I was prepared to pull anyways. And we are already 3/4 of the way to our first Diana. Yeah, not too bad. All right, well, I will keep you guys updated on how the progress is going on the fusion. Shards are going to be saved up until the second summon rush. And then over on the main account, I'm saving all my shards for the main summon rush. I actually have a bigger stockpile on that as well because I do have 120 only 100 now, but I have 100 voids saved up there. So if I need to dip into that a little bit to complete what may be like a really annoyingly difficult summon rush, I'm okay doing that. So not too bad of a result. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support my channel right now. And I appreciate anybody that's willing to do that. And let me know in the comments, did you guys pull anything good? Did you pull your shards? Are you waiting till the last summon rush? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts and see if I'm like in the minority or the majority here about whether pulling shards today or not. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care, guys. Ah, man. And no End of Moonbeam. I know the odds of me pulling him are extremely low, but you got it. Yeah, one can hope, right? But I definitely think I'm out on Freya. I can't see myself ever having enough shards to pull Freya. There was a chance, right? There was the 10 times chance. But not good enough. I think I'm going to end stream, guys. I hate to cut it short. I hate to shortchange you guys, especially on a Friday night. But I need to edit and upload those videos tonight. And that's going to take some time, and I don't want to be up all night because I have work tomorrow. I also don't want to burn out in the middle of a fusion. So I've completed... On this account, I've completed the Spider Tournament, Champion Chase, and the Artifact Enhancement. And then tomorrow, I'll start doing Champion Training. Well, maybe not. So actually, Sunday, I'll be doing Champion Training. And Dragon to finish out the Dungeon Divers. In Classic Arena, I'll just be doing every day. So But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Oh shoot, technically I owe 2 gifted subs. Give me a second. Um, there's one. And 2. So who got the gifted subs? Nabil and Karaflis. All right. Well, hey, congrats to you guys for the gifted memberships. I keep calling them subs. I'm wrong. They're memberships. But congrats to you guys on the memberships. And I will see you guys on, maybe I do something tomorrow night, but I would definitely see you guys, and that's very unlikely, I'll admit. But maybe I'll see you guys, or I will see you guys on Monday night. I will definitely be streaming Monday night. So I look forward to seeing you all there. And, you know, hopefully you guys, the guys that missed it today, will get to catch it on the video. Thanks for watching, though. Really appreciate you guys being there. Again, congrats to those of you who got that with the new memberships. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday night. It's going to be a fun time. Take